This last news story comes to us from Matt Wales over at Eurogamer.net. Metal Gear fans dare to hope as David Hayter teases return to a role I've not played since... ... David Hayter, the gravelly voice of Metal Gear protagonist Solid Snake, has fans pondering an apparent return to the role after posting an enigmatic new tweet. That's hard to say when your nose is stuffed up, let me tell you. Enigmatic. Ooh. Hayter was famously ousted from the role in 2013 after Metal Gear creator Hideo Kojima, always one to be swayed by a celebrity, controversially decided to replace him with Kiefer Sutherland from Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. And technically for what was the one before the Apple or the prologue thing? Metal Gear Solid 5.
Ground Zeroes.
Ground Zeroes, yeah. Longtime fans, it's fair to say we're not particularly happy with the move, and Hayter has made no secret of his disappointment in the year since, saying the switch was handled, quote, pretty badly, and I've got no particular love for Kojima. Now, though, Hayter has sparked renewed excitement among fans with a fresh post on social media teasing, I was in the booth today playing a role I've not played since... ... And just to make sure no one was in any doubt where he was going with a particular wink, Hayter followed the post up with an animated GIF of a dagger-wielding snake.
Oh.
Kojima.
I didn't hear that. You didn't say that part.
Yeah. Kojima, of course, has long parted ways with the Metal Gear series after an acrimonious split with publisher Konami, clearing the way for Hayter's return. Obviously, a recording booth appearance doesn't mean Hayter's returning for anything like a brand new Metal Gear game, and fans over on the series subreddit aren't daring to dream quite that big just yet. Instead, most are speculating he's warming up the vocal cords to record supplementary or promotional material for Konami's upcoming Metal Gear Solid 3 remake, Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, which is already confirmed to be using the original game's audio. It's also possible he could be recording a handful of new lines to accommodate new release formats. That's true. I guess that was something that Kojima did a lot in those games, was directly reference the console you were playing on, which at the time obviously was PlayStation. So press the X button, press the circle, So I wonder if they're having them record new lines for like press the, Y and X and whatever for all the different controllers and stuff like that.
Could be
A B.
That's a pretty valid assumption.
It's also been noted via IGN, Hayter will cameo as Snake in the upcoming Sonic the Hedgehog fan movie, Sonic Villains.
Is Konami okay with that?
What? But recording for that will have been completed long ago, given it's out this month, and seems unlikely he'd be doing much in-character promo work for a fan film. Although that's the most wild thing I've ever said out loud. He's cameoing. He's in a cameo as Snake in an upcoming Sonic the Hedgehog fan movie, Sonic Villains. Oh my god. Why is Snake and Sonic in the same world? I don't know. All of which to say the purpose for Hayter's recording booth visit remains inconclusive, but Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater is still set to release this year. It's not coming out this year.
Absolutely not.
It shouldn't be too long before we'll know what we can and can't start crossing off the speculation list. This game definitely isn't coming out this year. I know what PlayStation put it in their blog post video at the beginning of the year saying games coming out this year, but they also had an entire blog post interviewing Blue Box Games about a game that was supposed to be the next best psychological horror game, and they were going to have an experience available the next week. Was like 4 years ago, and at this point Blue Box has all but basically they've disappeared off the face of the earth. So not to say Konami's going to do that, but I say it just to say sometimes PlayStation.blog is more untrustworthy than some of these other news sites, honestly, which is sad. You'd think they would have the source on all these things, but yeah.
Well, nobody's infallible.
I don't think it's a new game as much as I would love for it to be. Yeah, I would like for it to be something. I think it's probably just new lines for Delta. But
Which is fine.
But I mean, you never know. They could be working on more remakes or something. I don't know. Like there's we all are, or just additional lines for a whatchamacallit, like future, what is it, like the volume, like the master collection, like volume 2's gonna be coming out eventually. He could be in there re-recording lines for stuff like that. Like if they're actually gonna add Metal Gear Solid 4 to volume 2, like the rumors keep saying, then obviously, like, you know, I'm sure they're gonna make some tweaks for, again, localization on different consoles. But
let's let them get through with Delta before we talk about recording lines for other games.
I mean, but that's what I'm thinking though. Like, he can't have that many lines for Delta because they've already confirmed they're using all the original stuff.
Right.
So,
but they're using all the original stuff. That doesn't mean they're using only all the original stuff.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess you're right. I mean, yeah, I guess in my head, like they've been so adamant about it being a 1-to-1 exact remake of the original. Like, I don't think they're coming up with new lines. Like, because then it wouldn't be a 1-to-1 exact remake like they keep saying it is. So,
right.
Yeah, in my head, it's almost like what more could they be recording for that game if they're not changing anything, unless they're lying about that, which they could be. But either way, it's exciting to see him back playing Snake. It's been a long time, and I know, like, he really truly loves that character. I don't know. I feel like there's some voice actors.
And I'm happy for him.
There's some voice actors that, I don't know. To me, it can almost come across like they don't really
cheesy.
They don't love the character. Like they're just there for the money.
It's a job.
Yeah, it's a job. So to know, like, I don't know, he's always been so passionate about Snake. Even like he hasn't played him in like over 10 years.
10 years.
Yeah, it's been forever, like 10, 15 years since he's done a voice for Snake in a game. But he's still at all the cons, doing the voices, doing the bits. There's a Metal Gear Solid con that happens in LA the last 2 years. He's been like involved with that and stuff. Or I love how what was the other one? What's that? There's a YouTube channel that does like the gaming history stuff, and he's like done like ones where he's like featured on there a couple times, like reading Metal Gear, like Easter eggs and secrets that have been uncovered.
Oh, Did You Know Gaming?
Yeah, Did You Know Gaming? And I love that he's like in there and like he's all about it. Like he's a nerd. He's a Metal Gear Solid like fanatic, just like the rest of us, and I love it. So it's always good to have him back. The iconic Snake voice. Metal Gear.
I need to stop doing that.
Thank you so much for watching that clip from our podcast. Remember, if you want to watch the whole episode, the full episode, link will be in the description below. You can click on that and check it out. We got listener questions. We got more news segments. We got what you playing. We got a lot of fun things. So yeah, more than just the news. There's a lot more to the show that you should go check out. So remember, click that link in the description. Check out that full episode.